What's up, Huckleberries? Happy Tuesday.
What's going on, fellas? First and foremost, I got to get this out of the way. Today is my wife's birthday, so
Yes, it is.
giving her a happy birthday shout out, even though I know she's not probably watching. Hopefully, she's not watching. But yeah, just
is she working today?
No, she's out doing a couple things, and then we're gonna go to lunch here afterwards.
Nice.
But yeah, I want to wish her a happy birthday.
Yeah,
she's the one that keeps all of us. Between me and Banks and my brother when he's around, she keeps us all in check. So
she is the linchpin of the family. I'll give you that. We love you, Caitlin.
Yeah. Shout out to Caitlin. You're the best. I love you very much, and happy birthday. And I hope you have a wonderful day.
Love you, Caitlin. You're awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, she well.
Yeah.
I guess she kind of did. She kind of did because we got cleaners in the house. But yeah, this every couple Tuesdays, I always forget when they're coming. But yeah, I gotta figure out another happy annual celebration of birth. Hell yeah,
love that.
Hell yeah, appreciate you guys. I'm sure she's gonna be happy to see all that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of you guys, we appreciate the hell out of you guys because this channel just continues to grow. So
it does, which is stunning.
Yeah, simply stunning.
Because we have no idea what the fuck we're doing. Nothing, with no clue.
They're just a bunch of morons who talk sports and like to have a drink here and there.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of sports, we got a lot of stuff to talk about since the last time we were on. A lot of stuff has happened. So Caps have lost a couple of games pretty disgustingly. We'll talk first, I guess, about the game last night. We don't really have to talk much about the game on Saturday because it wasn't much of a hockey game. I'll tell you what I noticed first and foremost, and especially last night. It seemed like Carolina had 6 guys on the ice and we had 5 the whole night. Did it not?
It did.
It just felt like they were so much faster. It felt like there was always more of their guys around the puck, and it just felt like they brought more energy than we did. And it's sad to see because now we're down 3-1.
And look, Vegas knows something because the lines for this series have changed drastically in terms of the day-to-day betting line, the money line.
The line last night was Caps plus 200.
I know.
2-1 just to win the game. I couldn't believe it.
I know, and the game prior to that was something very similar, and that changed. So the men in the desert always know something, right? That's why they got holes dug out there. But I saw that and got nervous. So, and obviously the Vegas people were right. So it looks slower. They're in our offensive zone. They're in our by our goal way more than we are. Not neutral ice is a safe haven for us, and we cannot seem to find it.
Yeah, I mean they don't hang those chandeliers in those casinos if they weren't making money.
Yeah, you're right.
So.
Yeah, I mean we had going in early in the game, we had a 4-minute power play after Chitrin.
However you say
after he got slashed and they drew blood on his face, so that's 4 minutes. And for the first 3 minutes of that 4-minute power play, I don't think we had the puck on their side of the ice for maybe 10 seconds. Yeah. I mean, it was fucking awful. It was one of the worst power plays I've ever seen. And this is a team who was the best team power play wise in the league this year, especially with Ovechkin, over in his office. You feel like pretty confident. Okay, we got a 4-minute power play. We got a chance here. I mean, Carolina was just up for it, man. They were fucking. It was tough. And I feel bad for the goalkeeper because he didn't really have any chance. They were just peppering him.
Yeah, I mean, he has no fucking chance whatsoever. I'm not even blaming the goalie. It almost seems like we're getting out-coached.
It feels like we're getting out-hustled, out-efforted. I don't know. What did you see, Brooks?
I mean, same thing you guys are. I mean, it's never good. I mean, they're doubling us up in shots every night, it feels like. Yeah. It feels like we can't get the puck to their zone, and when we do, we can barely get a shot on goal. This feels like the Canes Cap series from 8 years ago.
Yeah,
when they were just so much faster than us, and and there's just not really much that we could do. Like we're trying to hit, trying to be physical, but I mean, you can't be too aggressive because then you're gonna. I mean, and we see it. They turn the puck over and you get an odd man advantage, and they end up scoring. So
Yeah.
And it just seems like every time they get those numbers, they do score, right? It feels like they capitalize on those
they
opportunities.
bury it every
Especially
time.
last night. And I mean, kudos to the Hurricanes. They're playing really good hockey, and they're a super energetic team. And actually, after the Caps game last night, I watched a little bit of the Vegas versus Edmonton game. Edmonton is going to fucking kill everyone. They are so fucking
But
Dusty, you just went mute for some reason. I don't know.
your audio just died. I don't know. But the Hurricanes are the Stanley Cup favorite now, based on in Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like did they go to? They went to 7 games the first series, didn't they?
I think so.
So I was not expecting this, but I mean, I also admittedly didn't watch a ton of the games this year, so I mean, I couldn't speak. I gotta agree with you, Laura. I mean, McJesus up there, or whoever up there, whatever you want to call him,
Connor McDavid, Jesus.
McJesus.
Connor McJesus up there. He's could be his year.
Connor McDavid to Jesus.
De Jesus, yeah.
Didn't think we were going to get a David De Jesus reference today, but we did.
I don't think I hear that name the rest of my life, but here we are.
But here we are. Unfortunate for the Caps. We're down 3-1 in the series now. Based on history, it doesn't really seem very likely that we're going to pull this one out. But obviously, crazier things have happened in sports, and that's why you play the games. So maybe we'll come out in Game 5 with some more energy and turn this series around a little bit. But it just doesn't look great for the Caps as of now. And that's pretty much all I have to say about it. We don't, like I said, I don't really want to talk about the game on Saturday because it wasn't really much of a game.
No.
It was 3-0 before I even turned it on.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I don't have much more to add to it. It's we've said it. This team felt different in the sense like they're playing a lot better than we thought they would in terms of like speed, physicality, and all that stuff for their age, and maybe it's starting to catch up to them now. I don't know. Ovi looks super frustrated though.
Yeah, he looked pissed off last night. Brian, you called this out right before the playoffs in the podcast. You said, I don't like the way the Caps have been playing the last couple of weeks of the regular season going into the playoffs. And they were able to, I guess for lack of a better term, because I can't think of anything else, exercise those demons a little bit in this first series of the playoffs. But it looks like it's kind of just coming back to where we were at the end of the year, kind of lazy and just kind of coasting, it seems like.
We could be gassed. I don't know. I mean, we're guessing here. We're grasping at straws.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll stop shitting on the Caps. They had a great season, and we've had a lot of fun watching them this year, especially with Ovi breaking the record and everything. And the season's not quite over yet, so
it's not over yet, boys.
Yeah, still got a couple more games, hopefully. But it's do or die from here on out.
Thursday.
Thirsty Thursday.
Thursday.
We can switch tides here. The Orioles won a series. The Orioles won a series over the weekend. They won 2 out of 3 games. Did you know that?
Cool. That was cool. We should do more of that.
We should do more of that. I like that.
And the game started at 10 p.m., so I was half asleep watching all of them. So
So I had the Gilmore line. I was hitting it on the first shot every time. It's much easier.
How much easier?
Man, I hate West Coast swings. I really do.
And the weird thing is, the West Coast swing had been like scattered. Like we've talked about this before. Normally, you would go up the coast and play maybe 9 or 12 games on the West Coast. This year, it's been one series, and they come back across the country.
Yeah, we go play Minnesota, and then we go all the way to LA, play one series, and then come back. Why aren't you playing in? I was going to say Oakland, Sacramento. Why aren't you playing Seattle? Why aren't you playing? I mean, I don't know. I guess the schedule makers had their way this year. And we come back, and we're supposed to play the Twins again, who just swept us, one of the hottest teams in baseball, who was struggling out of the gate and then won 8 straight, and now they're 21-20. They're back in it. This is what we've been saying we want the Orioles to do for how many weeks now? Just win one of these. Go on one of these little stretchers to get yourself right back in the shit.
For all the negativity that we have about the Orioles, and now we're a little frustrated with how the season's going so far. Just remember, we are not the Rockies, who are fucking awful. Good for Bud Black getting fired, because that man needed to get the fuck out of there.
They are 7-34 with a -129 run differential. They are 1-9 in their last 10. They are 2-18 on the road. It is ugly.
They lost 21-0. 21-0. God damn.
I mean,
man.
we lost just about the same way as that.
At least we got some runs that game. Like, was it 24-2 or something? But geez, I mean, and Bud Black was dealt a terrible hand. He's a good manager, and there's nothing the guy could do.
Oh man, at least
he's our second manager that's been fired this year so far.
I know, it's crazy. The Pirates parted ways with their manager. What was that guy's name? I can't remember. How quickly we forget.
Shelton.
I couldn't see him, but I don't know.
Shelton.
Yeah, that makes sense. Derek Shelton, is that what his name was?
Do they bring back Clint Hurdle? At least he was 500 with them, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. So as of the standings today, the Orioles are 8 games back from the Yankees in first place of the AL East. Sucks. We did not expect to be here on May 13th, and like we said a couple weeks ago on the pod, if nothing happens by mid-May, we need to start maybe looking at making a change. And based on the quotes and all the stuff that Elias has been saying, it seems like they're going to stick with Hyde for a little bit longer. Do you guys think that's a good move? Do you think that's what's going to happen? Or do you think that he's just saying that because that's what he has to say?
He has to say it. He can't. He has to say it. So I don't really have an opinion on this. I mean, we've talked about how we want to make changes, or a change is needed in some capacity. So he has to say that to give the dreaded vote of confidence. But I want to change.
Yeah, it's I mean, we said it, if nothing changes, then there needs to be a change. I think we all agree with that, but I still think you got to ride it for a little bit and see if it turns. But I mean, I just don't know what drastically changes if he does get fired. I just don't know. But I mean, I get it. Somebody's got to fall on the sword here. But hopefully, like Dustin said, let's string a couple series wins together and get rolling here. That'd be nice. But I mean, it's also, if the message is stale in the locker room and they do start winning a couple series, and they're definitely, I mean, it's just delaying the inevitable. So
And here's the kicker: we win a series, then it's shit weather for the next 3 or 4 days here in Baltimore, so we might not get a couple games in. So we're just going to get sit still.
Yeah, this series, if you guys don't live in the Baltimore area, or if you're not familiar, this week, I live in Ocean City, Maryland, which is a couple hours away, but the forecast down here this week looks terrible. And if it's anything like that in Baltimore, you might be struggling to watch some Oriole games this week, because they might just not be happening. This whole series looks like it is in jeopardy because of the weather. I don't think it's going to stop raining.
Yeah, I was looking at the hourly. It's like 70% chance of rain the entire duration of today.
Yeah.
So.
Well, today's what?
Today's Tuesday.
Today is Tuesday. Tuesday the 13th.
Tuesday. Speaking of bad things,
Povich and Woods Richardson. Sorry, Brian.
You're all good, man. Go
ahead. Woods Richardson is their number 5 starter who completely shoved against us last week.
Yes, he did.
So we'll see how we can respond to that. Maybe we've seen him a couple times now.
I hate to stay negative, but going to the Yankees, did you see that injury last night to the guy?
The Oswaldo Cabrera thing. I didn't look at the video, but I saw the headline of it.
I didn't want to watch it. I saw the headline, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch this.
Yeah, I don't like watching those things in general. Normally, like, how bad is it? Was it like he's done for the year kind of thing?
I mean, they covered it up. They had to cover it up.
I've never seen an ambulance come onto a Major League Baseball field. And it was a freak play. I'm not telling you to look at it and if it makes you queasy, but he's coming home on a sack fly and just it's like his cleat got stuck in the dirt and he shredded his leg. His leg was going a different angle.
Fun fact, that's how our dad ended his career.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a compound fracture or anything, but it was like he ripped his entire knee apart. It was not pretty whatsoever. Yeah. Very freak, no contact whatsoever with the catcher. Because I thought originally the catcher like made contact with him, like toward that's what caused it. No,
yeah,
not the case.
Non-contact is the worst for leg injuries.
That one was bad. And then did you guys see the Cincinnati Reds one where the guy broke his wrist but still caught the ball against the wall?
I did not see that.
So I mean, yeah, you hear it. What really sucks is, and I guess this will be my pseudo that's a shame on top of this, but it's only his fourth game in the majors.
Oh, man.
I believe fourth or sixth, or regardless, it was pretty new on.
Young in his career.
Yeah, he's in left field going towards the line, catches the ball and hits the wall at the same time, and you could just see his forearm just like break basically. You could see the whole thing. And he caught it. He held on to it. I was like, that's
nuts.
He got the out.
I was like, it's like that's a shame, but that was awesome at the same time.
At the same time.
That fucking sucks for that guy though.
Yeah.
I wish we could get his name. I can't. I'm trying to find it, but
Callahan, I think his name was something like that. Left fielder for the Reds.
Tyler Callahan.
Speaking of crazy catches, I went down a rabbit hole yesterday and started watching Savannah Banana videos, and it's just I get so enamored by that. Like the guys
are more fun brand of baseball than the Orioles have put on display.
Yes. I'm just like playing YouTube videos of Savannah Bananas. I'm like, I gotta stop. But just
the best part of the Savannah Bananas is the umpire.
Yeah.
Oh,
the umpire who just dances and when he rings people up, he just man, it's so funny. It's so good.
That's like the only things I've watched on the Savannah Bananas is when that guy just like punches somebody and just goes at it.
I love that foul balls. If somebody in the crowd catches it, they're out.
Yeah.
I love all the stuff. It's
guys doing backflips to catch pop-ups. There was a first baseman who was a woman on stilts playing first base. That makes total sense. It's crazy. One guy had a flaming baseball bat. It was literally on fire. What's going on?
There's another league that I saw probably about a month ago or so that it's like glow in the dark baseball that's starting to kind of come about as well. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's got a name too.
It's like Cosmo baseball, I think.
Cosmic baseball or something like that.
Cosmic baseball, yeah.
I might be making that up, but it's something around there.
Remember Cosmic Brownies?
Do I remember them? I had one about 4 days ago.
No, you didn't. Those things don't exist anymore, do they?
Yes, they do. Oh, you better damn well believe it.
I remember them being like they almost looked like plasticky on the top with like those little like colored like M&M kind of
little candies.
Yeah.
Most tasty cakes do though.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
That could be a draft. Favorite tasty cakes or whatever.
Favorite Little Debbie's or favorite
Man, zebra cakes are my jam.
Those little peanut butter tasty cakes. Those are the best.
Oh yeah.
This is a flash from the past. And speaking of flash from the past, I guess we can go ahead and announce it, Brian, about our live podcast.
Oh yeah. We're gonna be doing it live. We're gonna be doing the podcast live from the Dive here in Canton. Yeah. We're gonna rep the Dive. Our friend Jesse Sandlin and Peter Ennie, who own it and run it. Great spot here in Canton. Great pizza, great food, good environment. Tiny little joint. Very quaint, very intimate, and it's just a lot of good people go there, and they're always packed. My favorite thing is they have a pickle pizza, which sounds absolutely disgusting, but it's absolutely delicious. I would not expect that.
Not a pickle guy. He's anti-pickle.
No, but the reason why I say throwback, like their whole bar theme is based on like throwback '90s stuff.
Throwback cartoon shit. So they do have a jukebox in there, like a Wurlitzer or whatever. But also all their glasses, their water glasses, are old cartoon characters. So like my glass had Gargamel on it, and then Katie's had like Smurfette, and it's fun. It's nice. Sticky. It's fun.
Hell yeah. Sticky. Like
Sticky.
Yeah, live from the dive, June 10th.
No.
What is that? That's a Tuesday?
Voldemort?
Should you be concerned or happy? I would be. I don't know.
I wouldn't be happy.
I would be nonplussed.
Yeah.
You want to see Brooks? This is Zach trying to get Brooks' blood pressure up right now.
I mean it's a good follow. I mean the guy has like 500,000 followers or whatever he has on Twitter. So but he got all
Dan Clark.
Yeah, so does Dan Clark, who's a clown as well. But
yeah, but the dive will be fun, boys. We'll have a good time. I know you guys haven't had an opportunity to go there yet, but and also Peter Ennie is gonna join us that day. We'll probably get like a pizza or something and eat, and he'll talk about the business a little bit and also to shoot the shit. So it'll be fun.
Hell yeah, sounds good. Back to the Orioles. Good starts this week out of a returning Zach Eflin, which was nice to see. Him back on the bump and pitching pretty well, and a really, really good start from our boy Steve. Mr. Sugano, 7.1, 7 1/3, 1-run ball. Just keeps on fucking getting outs. I love it. What did you see out of those two starts in particular, Brooks? I know the Kyle Gibson one was a little bit more of a throwaway. He's still kind of trying to figure his shit out.
I mean, it's less walks, better command. It's everything, man. I mean, let him put the ball in play. I'd rather him put the ball in play than walk people. That's kind of been our undoing this entire season. Besides the first game back for Gibby, which was, I mean, he was just getting teed off on. But I mean, to be honest with you, I'd rather it be that than walking people.
Yes.
So, I mean, we sit there and we're like, oh shit, this guy sucks. He's getting rocked. But like I said a couple podcasts ago, you could throw BP to some of these guys like in a simulated game and they wouldn't hit that many home runs in the first inning, like 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
Maybe not that many times, but you get what I'm saying. It's hard to hit that many home runs 4 out of 5 batters, but
yeah.
So I mean, less walks, better control, making them hit the ball, use your defense. Defense is playing relatively better than they were at the beginning of the year. So we're taking strides. Little by little.
But it was hard to be worse than what our defense was, and the fundamentals really kind of stunk. We've talked about that ad nauseum. Now I have a question for you guys: Is Steve Sugano maybe an all-star
at this point? Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to argue. He's probably the best player on the Orioles.
Which is,
I mean, who's our all-star if it's not him?
Crazy. That statement is crazy. But you
Rookie of the year, baby. Rookie of the year.
Who is our all-star if it's not Steve Sugano? Seriously, who is it?
You're not.
Jackson Holliday.
I hate to say you're right, but damn it.
I mean, it's been not great so far. Seti started off hot.
Well,
He's been in
Seti,
a little bit of a slump. I think he went I think he had like a 6 for 45 stretch there or something like that.
Luckily, there's still plenty of time till the All-Star break. So
Felix or Gunner. Felix, yeah, I can see Felix. He had a rough start, I guess, and then kind of settled in.
I mean, really only had one bad game.
Just doesn't feel like he gets very many save opportunities because
not his fault.
We're not winning very much.
Problem.
Yeah.
He wants to. It's not for lack of. I mean, the guy sits there and performs every time you put him in the game. It's just not always a save opportunity.
Oh, I got some Orioles related, but it's ridiculous. I found out last night. My buddy Drew from Ballyhoo. By the way, he got Ballyhoo, his band. I got an Orioles jersey that's Ballyhoo based. The Orioles actually allowed them to use that stuff. But the reason I bring up Drew is he used to be the mascot at the University of Maryland, and he submitted an application to be a hot dog in one of the live hot dog races, and he will be Ketchup.
Yes.
Yes.
He is gonna be Ketchup.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So, I mean, still go relish, but
It's the one day I'll root for ketchup, man. It's the one day I'll do it because I'm a
Wait.
relish guy too.
can we get some inside baseball knowledge? Is this like WWE scripted? Do they know who's going to win?
I don't know
Or
the answer to
is
that.
this straight?
So-
Is this a straight foot race between just three randoms?
Oh no, I'll
So
ask him.
So he definitely got it, or he said he's going to pick
got it.
ketchup.
He got it.
He is.
Yeah,
ketchup.
he already got it.
Do
And
we have
wonder
a
if he
date?
Ketchup and he had to do backups.
Yeah, he told me yesterday. I didn't ask too many questions. There's a lot going on around me at one time, so I didn't get a chance to ask date or if he got to pick what condiment he was. So, but I'll ask him.
Also, tell him to send over that application for us.
Well, he knows. So he knows Mr. Splash. He well, by the way, this is crazy. Drew went to school to be a mascot. Like that was actually like a legit major. I can't believe this is real. But he knows Lyle from the Orioles, Mr. Splash, and also the Oriole Bird from time to time. So that's how I think that's how he had a little foot in the door already.
Who's
Did
your
they
favorite Lyle?
Huh?
Who's your
Overbet?
favorite Lyle? Can you name any Lyles? Sandy Lyle?
Lyle
Lyle
No.
Overbay? There you go. Brooks got him. Lyle Overbay. Former Blue Jays great.
He was Pirates too? Was he Pirates or Boston? I'm thinking of
You're thinking of Jason Bay.
Jason Bay. Yeah,
I think Lyle Overbay may have played for the Pirates too. I'm not sure. But anyway, we're off the rails.
It's okay, but yeah,
That was
Yeah, we
outright.
do,
I'm
baby.
sorry. That was
I'm
outright.
just happy that my buddy's getting to be a hot dog, and I don't know how many of them. Did they ever announce how many they're doing, like the live hot dog races?
I don't know. They usually do a couple of them a season. I feel like.
Yeah.
they did. I don't remember. I feel like somebody sent that into our group chat or Discord or something at one point.
Yeah, but
So-
I'll also ask if it's choreographed, like if they know who's going to win, in advance.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to know.
Didn't there used to be a TV show about like becoming a mascot and like going to like training to do it or something?
I have no idea.
There,
But I don't
there
know
has
what
been
you
a
were
TV
watching.
show about everything, so I
Yeah.
don't hesitate to believe that.
You know
That's
what I miss? I miss those Tom Amancy commercials.
NAI baseball.
Fred McGriff.
Throwing balls from center field into a bucket.
There'd be like 20 kids lined up and they're all hitting off a tee. And I always would watch the one kid who just annihilates the tee, doesn't hit the ball at all, and the tee just goes flying. But no one ever pays attention to that.
Back to back to back to back to back.
Fun fact about the crime dog, Fred McGriff: he has the exact same amount of home runs as the Iron Horse Lou Gehrig, 493. Couldn't get those last 7. Just
I was
couldn't.
gonna say 499 was my guess because I knew he was like right there.
I knew it was right there
499 would
too.
be brutal, man. They would be like Julio Franco playing until they're 48, trying to hit that last home run.
Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Hey,
absolutely.
dude, I don't know. I don't blame Julio Franco one bit. Yeah, so good starts out of Sugano, good starts out of Eflin coming back. We like to see that.
Got
Lot
a
of
couple hits
struggles
with runners
still.
in scoring position. A couple.
Whoa. Watch
Our
out.
there.
Our boy Hanley got his first 2 RBIs of his career.
Yeah. I mean, we gotta call him. I mean, we gotta give him props when things are getting a little bit better. It can't get any worse. I get it,
Yeah.
but at least it's trending the other way slowly.
Yeah.
At that,
I mean, look, Gunnar and Jackson are hitting the ball, so that's good. We've got that going at least recently.
Yeah, over the past week or so, week and a half.
Yeah. Adley had a 2 for 5 the other day. He's still struggling. He's still below the Mendoza line as far as I remember.
But I mean, I mean, we're starting to get some like consistent. I mean, and Gibby talked about this a couple years ago. Like once you get one good start and then another good start, it kind of starts to snowball for you a little bit, and then it could just kind of becomes a competition, and you don't want to let the other guy down. I mean, I know that sounds stupid, and you should always do that, but I mean, the confidence starts building. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good thing.
Look, it's a mental game. It's a lot mental, and you can get into these ruts as a baseball player. You can get into these ruts in any sport, basketball, football. You see it in golf all the time. It's a tough thing to get out of mentally, especially if you're not confident in yourself. It really you start thinking about, should I change my swing? Should I do all this stuff? And Pete Rose always used to say, don't change it. Don't ever change your swing. That's what got you here.
Yeah.
Move up in the box, move back in the box, move forward, move back, or do that kind of stuff. Make small adjustments and try to find what works. Don't change your whole game plan. But easier said
than done. That's the one thing I used to hate about certain coaches who I had around or that I coached with. That were they would always try to like have kids emulate their swing, like the coach's swing. Yeah. There's so many different stances.
Yeah.
I mean, no one's swing is the same. I mean, some people have their hands down, some people have their hands high. I mean, Julio Franco had it up here, like so.
Yeah. Imagine if somebody tried to tell Tony Batista he couldn't stand facing at the pitcher,
facing the batter.
Speaking of, well, I shouldn't say speaking of, but there was another throwback with a similar stance to him that I didn't realize had a similar stance to him. Not as crazy, obviously, but Andres Galarraga.
Oh, the big cat.
Big cat.
I saw this on Twitter this week that he hit a home run off Kevin Brown when he was on the Marlins, and this ball went almost 700 feet. Like he almost hit it out of the stadium in the old Marlins stadium. I couldn't believe it, and they said it was like 530 feet. I'm like, that thing was like 800 feet.
What an underrated player, by the way. I've just pulled up his baseball reference. Andres Galarraga, 399 career home runs, 290 career batting average. I mean, this guy's a stud. 31.7, 32 WAR. I mean, multiple Gold Glove, multiple Silver Sluggers, multiple All-Star teams, top 10 finishes in MVP several times. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the big cat. Wow,
the big cat, man. Dude, we're throwing out some old school names today, man. I heard
wasn't it his son who threw the imperfect game, the one that Jim Joyce fucked up the call at first base? Wasn't it Galarraga?
I don't know. It was Galarraga. I don't know if they're related or not, but
I think they were. I could be wrong, but I think they were. It's not important, but
yeah. I heard someone reference Gary DiSarcina the other day. I'm like, that's a name I haven't heard in 15 years.
I don't know that I know that name.
I don't think I do either. I think you got me there. I think you stumped the Schwab.
Stumped the Schwab.
I love
heard that one.
I love sitting in a room naming old baseball players. I can do it all day. Mark Grigzolonic.
Yeah, but going back to the starting pitching and kind of getting on a roll now that just something that popped into my head, like when you're struggling and you say like it gets back around to like Dean Kramer, Sugano, whoever it is.
Yeah.
It just adds that much more pressure to be like, all right, I gotta pitch a gem here to like stop this bus a little bit.
Yeah.
When you're rolling a little bit and you start kind of everything starts clicking, there's a little less pressure, and then obviously when there's a little less pressure, you probably start to perform a little bit better. You're not pressing as much, which we all hear, and it seems like that's one of the issues with this team is that they just press like crazy in situations when they're either not, things aren't going their way or whatever it is. So
do you think as a pitcher, that's when you kind of just start trying to like nibble on corners and stuff like that instead of just letting your stuff speak for itself and just going out there and pitching?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that's why we see a ton of walks because, I mean, people just trying to do too much, trying to, I don't know, snap off a harder. Glenn Davis, local legend, Glenn Davis. Yeah, it's well. I think
the ticket stuff.
I'm talking about Glenn Davis from Cardinal Gibbons.
Glenn Davis.
Yeah, that's who I'm talking about. Cardinal Gibbons, great, I believe.
Dina boy, look at that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it all plays a factor, right? Because I mean, you're just trying too hard. Same thing at the plate, the same thing on the pitchers on the mound. It's like you're trying to be better and pitch outside of what you're capable of. Just to he did get a northeast. I didn't know that.
Huh.
But yeah, it's just. I mean, you guys get it as hitters. When you're pressing and trying to do too much, trying to hit 5-run home runs. I mean, what good's going to come of that, right? So,
Nothing.
Other news in baseball, Paul Skeens has joined the USA baseball team. He's going to be, I would assume, the ace for the 2026 World Baseball Classic America team. We like to see that. We want to see the best players compete in this competition, and that's a step in the right direction. He's the best young pitcher in the game. So really, really awesome. Love to see that. Aaron Judge leading the league with 14 homers. Actually tied with Kyle Schwarber with 14 homers for the league lead. Both of those guys just continue to hit bombs. And if I'm not mistaken, they're both involved in our homer draft here.
I have Schwarber. You have Judge.
Brooks has Judge. I have Shohei, so I'm kind of still hanging in there a little bit, and Big Meat Pete's keeping me in there. But Brooks's squad all around looks pretty good.
Sweet.
Do we have a lineup announced yet for tonight? I know we're probably not going to play, but
no.
I need to start doing the pick to click with you guys while we're on the podcast for the night game. I know it's not always going to be with the line. I know the lineups are not always going to be out, but we can at least get something moving.
I'm going on Rock's Twitter. Nothing as of yet.
Nothing yet. No.
Against this guy, who do you guys want to take?
Well, he's a right-handed pitcher.
Do we want to just go Gunnar Adley since they're hot?
I think Gunner's hot. I like Gunner.
I would take you took the words out of my mouth, or the name out of my mouth.
All right, I'm going Gunner.
We're going Gunner. They're almost certainly not going to play tonight based on the weather, but we'll see.
Crazier things have happened.
Any other stuff baseball-wise that you want to talk about before we get into our That's a Shame? I saw Evan Longoria signed a one-day contract and has retired as a Devil Ray. That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
I knew he was hanging with San Francisco for a little bit, but I feel like he's been gone for a few years.
He's been out of the league for a couple of years. Yeah, I think he's
put his papers in finally.
Just was like kind of, maybe if a team gets into a late push and wants to add me kind of thing.
He was so good for a couple of years, man. There was 4, 5, 6.
He was a really, really good player. He's a Hall of Very Gooder.
He's good.
He's one of the top third basemen on the Hall of Very Good team.
The old HOVG. Hall of Very Good.
I believe he had a little bit of a resurgence, if I remember correctly, with San Francisco. Like had a solid little stint with San Francisco, I believe, right?
He had 1 or 2 years where he was good. He wasn't like all world or anything, but he
put up solid numbers for what you thought he would for how old he was. I thought, I feel like I remember checking in on it and being like, wow, Longoria is still doing it and still doing it at a pretty nice little level.
Yeah,
phenomenal defensive third baseman. I mean, Jesus.
I think he put first a little bit too at San Francisco, if I remember.
He won Rookie of the Year. Good for him. I forgot that. 3-time Gold Glover, Rookie of the Year, top 20 in MVP voting 6 times over the course of his career. I mean, shit. Hard to argue with that. 59 WAR out of that guy. 59 career WAR. That's a lot.
2023 in Arizona. I don't remember that.
I didn't even know he was in Arizona, Laura. Jesus.
Yeah, he played Arizona. I think it was just one season. Yeah.
Okay.
That was his last year. Didn't have his best stuff, obviously, but at that point he's 37 years old. But yeah, good for Evan Longoria for retiring as a Ray. That's awesome.
That's one of the most iconic home runs that also had to do with the Orioles when the Orioles knocked the Red Sox out of the playoffs, and then he hit that home run within 5 minutes to get the Rays into the playoffs.
He hit a fucking missile line drive that barely scraped over the wall. Yeah,
that one part of the wall, that goes down, and it's like,
yep, at the Trop, dude. Oh my god, I'll never forget that.
Robert Andino beat the fucking Red Sox, and Evan Longoria puts the Rays in the playoffs.
The curse of the Andino. Wait, who scored that run for Andino? Was it? I think it was Nolan Reimold, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Anyway, it's not super important.
Yeah.
Let's get into our
most of the stuff we talk about isn't.
Yeah. Let's get into our That's a Shame segment because I have a couple things I want to talk about here. Welcome to our That's a Shame segment. Does anybody want to go first, or do you guys want me
Well,
to
it
go?
seems like you got an axe to grind, so I'll let you go. I have two, but one involves me as a moron. So go ahead first, man.
Look, I mean, it's the same. It's probably the same as one of y'all's. The Mavericks winning the NBA draft lottery after trading Luka Doncic in one of the worst deals in the history of the NBA, especially the way that it was handled. The fact that no other team had an opportunity to provide an offer to the Dallas Mavericks other than the Lakers just because their GM was transfixed on Anthony Davis. I think it's fucking so stupid. They traded away a 25-year-old generational talent who's shown scoring ability like basically no other player in the history of the NBA at this point in his career. And they get rewarded with one of the best prospects that's come out in the draft in the last 20 years, Cooper Flagg. Probably the best. I mean, definitely the best one since Victor Wembanyama. Probably the best one before that, Zion, LeBron. I don't know what was the sweepstakes before that, but pretty much everyone knows the top four guys in this draft are all going to be pretty much studs, but the number one guy is head and shoulders above. I just think it's absolutely fucking ridiculous, and I think it sucks for the NBA. That the Mavericks are getting rewarded after making a fucking asinine bullshit trade, and I think their GM just got fucking bailed out. And I
blame the ping pong balls.
I hate it, dude. I know that ping pong ball was cold. I know that Patrick. Ewing, I know the old Patrick Ewing trick, dude. I know.
All right, so good. I was gonna say you know the Patrick Ewing trick where the envelope was cold, so that he went to the Knicks.
I know that shit.
Dude, and I remember, I mean, LeBron on McAfee's show said, like, he goes, do you think it's a coincidence that the Cavs got the number one overall pick when I was coming out? He's like, and do you think it was?
There was a lot of he's angry Memphis Grizzlies fans that
day. And then he goes, do you think it was a coincidence when Jalen Rose came out and Chicago?
Derrick Rose,
sorry, Derrick Rose came out. He's like, because I'm not gonna say anything. He's like, I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm just throwing it out there.
I love what LeBron said that, by the way.
Yeah.
I like a lot of the things that he does. Sorry, I keep cutting you off. Go.
You're all good, man. Don't worry about it. It's fine. My That's a Shame is also NBA oriented, so I'm going to jump in before Brooks has his. The Jason Tatum injury last night, that sucks. That just sucks. Non-contact, got to be an Achilles.
Yeah. MRIs are still to come, but everything's pointing to this is an Achilles, and he's probably out next year too.
Yeah, I'm not rooting for the Celtics. I'm rooting for the person, and that sucks.
Yeah.
And he was in pain. I mean, he was crying. They had him in a wheelchair. I mean, it was bad.
He gets a lot of shit, but I mean, he's like 27 years old, and I think 6 or 7 straight years he's been in the top 4 in MVP voting. I mean, this guy is absolute stud. He plays every game. This is the first major injury of his career, so we'll see how he's able to respond to it. But that really sucks, and it basically ends the season for the Celtics. They're down 3-1 against this Knicks team now, and there's no way they can beat them without Jason Tatum on the floor.
And like you said, what really stinks is that he's going to miss a majority of next season as well.
If not the whole season. You know, we saw Kevin Durant sit on the bench for that first season in Brooklyn after the Achilles injury. Yeah. We saw Klay Thompson sit out for almost 2 full seasons because of that Achilles injury. These things really can take a toll. So yeah, it's just terrible. I think the Celtics are probably going to be in a different spot than they expected to be because a lot of people thought that they were going to win the championship this year anyway.
Yep.
So yeah, Brooks, that's a shame.
Well, I kind of already did mine with the guy breaking his arm and 40s into his career, into his major league career. So I'm gonna ride with that because I don't have a better one. So
yeah, that's fair enough.
I have a me that's a shame.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like
what's your last accident?
So I have a electronic keypad to get into my house, and the batteries died, and I didn't get a notification, and my hard key was in the house, and I have 2 fail safes, 2 spare keys that were with other people, and they both happened to be out of town for Mother's Day, so I couldn't get in my house for like 36 hours.
Oh, no.
I felt so bad for Carlos, the dog. I'm like, I can't get in. And it's not like I can just climb. You guys have been in my house.
Yeah.
My windows are up high. So I'm like, this is fucking terrible. So,
Jesus, dude.
That blew.
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks for the dog. Is Carlos okay?
He's fine. I mean, luckily I fed him, well before I left for the day, and then I come back from Katie's and my keypad doesn't work. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
I mean, what really sucks is that you don't know anybody in Canton, so you had nowhere to go. So
shut the fuck up.
Oh man. He says, "Shut the fuck up."
Shut the fuck up.
I guess on that note, I got that's a shame for Caitlin and I. We sent Mother's Day flowers that arrived on Friday, and Caitlin goes, "Your mom usually says something when we send her flowers, like when she gets them." He goes, "Did she end up ever getting them?" And I checked her location, and she's in Ridgely, Maryland. I'm like, "Oh, they're at Preston and Debbie. They're at their friend's house."
Yeah.
And I checked the next morning. I'm like, all right, I figured they were there and probably came back that night, and like we'll hear from them in the morning. Check the next morning, they're in Philly. And I'm like, what the fuck are they doing in Philly? and I'm like, oh shit, they're going to that concert. So our Mother's Day flowers sat outside for like 2 or 3 days before she actually got them. And I was like, hopefully they're not like completely dead by the time you got them. So
it's still the thought that counts, man. What, they go to George Strait up in Philly? I know George Strait played up in Philly.
Yeah, they saw George Strait and Chris Stapleton, and I guess Parker McCollum opened for him. I'm not familiar with Parker McCollum, but I think he's a rising country star. Brooks probably knows more about him. But yeah, they said it was awesome. They said, I guess George Strait hurt his back recently, so he sat down on a stool most of the night, which apparently is not.
Doesn't he do that anyway?
George Strait. Yeah, that's what I asked my mom. I was like, doesn't he just do that anyway? It's not like George Strait's up there,
Yeah, he's not Mick Jagger. Yeah.
But yeah.
By the way, Mick Jagger, one of the best performances I've ever seen in live. But that was my first concert. I got to see the Rolling Stones, and he was just up there like doing all kinds of weird shit. And
how long ago was this?
Oh, I was in college.
Who was? How about this? What was everyone's first concert, and what was the last concert you went to?
Rolling Stones was my first concert. Last concert I went to was Jimmy Buffett.
Wow,
really? No, that's a lie. That's a lie.
I was gonna say Jimmy Buffett died a couple years ago.
Yeah, shit. I went to one with Kirsten. I forget. Some country singer. I forget.
First concert I ever went to was the OAR at Merriweather. I believe the opener was Citizen Cope. And the last concert I went to, I don't know. I have to think about it for a sec. Oh, I saw Springsteen at Oriole Park.
Okay.
Last fall. Yeah.
All right. Sorry. Now I remember. My last concert was Jason Aldean. He played. Now I have a question for you, Dusty. I heard OAR I love OAR, by the way. I heard they're not good live. Is that true?
That's untrue. They're way better live than they are on the album.
Okay.
I've seen them. I mean, I haven't seen them in 10 years, but I went to that Merriweather OAR show for 7 years in a row until I was 21 or 22 years old. And I love seeing them live. I mean, I got hammered every time, but as you do.
Yeah. What do you got, Brooks? What do you got?
OAR was my first one as well, and my last concert I went to was why am I blank? Oliver Anthony last year.
Who's Oliver Anthony?
He's the guy who sings Richmond, North of Richmond.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
I'm so bad with music. Like, some of our friends are really good with music. I am just so bad with like how I know sports. I don't know music.
Yeah.
I used to be a lot more into music than I am now. I don't get into it as much as I used to, for sure.
Are you guys big concert people? Because I am not. I don't like that like packed in crowd shit. I feel claustrophobic.
I loved it in my when I was younger, but I think now if I were to go to a concert, I kind of just want to sit down, kind of thing. Like the Springsteen show, I was in the upper deck, but we were sitting down the whole time, and when we played a couple songs, we'd stand up. But I don't want to be down in like a pit full of people. I don't want to be at a music festival anymore. I'm not doing that kind of shit anymore. But if the Chili Peppers were playing an hour away and I could go see them for a couple $100, I'd probably go.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not terribly into it too, unless there's like, I'd have more fun just with knowing who the crowd was that we were going with, really, it could be anybody who has semi-decent music. But, I mean, I would have more fun just tailgating with my buddies, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We should just organize tailgates for nothing. Just literally go to a parking lot and drink with your friends. There's no event to go to. You don't have any time constraints. You're just gonna go to a parking lot and drink with your friends.
I think that's what bars are for.
Yeah, that's what bars are for, and that's how we all met. What do we just go to a Walmart parking lot and just start fucking ripping natural lights?
Do it, dude.
I mean,
you want a dog.
people say why. I say why not.
Yeah.
Oh man. Did we ever talk about this 5-star commit that the Terps got a couple weeks ago, Darius Adams?
It got basically announced while we were on the podcast last, and so we didn't really get into it yet. So if you want to, if you read up on, I have not read anything since he's announced he was coming here.
I mean, basically, he's the 30, according to whatever website, the 247 Sports, he's the 39th ranked player nationally. He's a top 5 player at his position, which is a guard. It says he's a combo guard, so he can play point guard or shooting guard. 6'5", 165. Supposed to be one of the highest rated recruits that the Terps have ever gotten as a guard. So, yeah, I mean, I'm really excited. Based on what I've seen so far out of Buzz, I mean, I know a lot of these transfers are kind of just like picking guys off other teams that are that weren't exactly starters, kind of just more role players. But, I mean, look, we had no guys on the basketball team, a month and a half, 2 months ago, and it looks like we have a pretty solid squad. I mean, I think we have a chance to, make a little bit of noise with this team.
We just got somebody yesterday for big guy. Like 6'9" or something.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, I don't know. I know we won.
Where'd it come from?
Or I know we got another guy from Turkey, or we got another guy from Europe, who people weren't expecting us to get. He played for like the U17 national team. I can't remember what country it was, but yeah. Anyway, we got some guys coming to the Terps. I don't know. Obviously, the team is going to be completely different than it was last year. We're going to have a new coach, new system, and everything. But it looks like we've got some talent. They've rebuilt the program a little bit quicker than I've expected them to. That being said, do I think we're going to be one of the better teams in the Big Ten next year? Probably not. No. But let's be realistic about this. Give Buzz a couple years. I think he's doing as good as we could have hoped for based on the situation that he was dealt. Correct?
Yep.
So I don't know if we still have an athletic director, by the way. Do we?
I don't know either.
Not that I've heard. I haven't heard anything about it. Hey, Dusty, did you see this thing that the Washington Post wrote? I see the headline here that Barstool RDT posted that the Orioles national anthem chant is unpatriotic.
I did not see that, but I've heard, I've seen this like on Twitter before, like when Orioles have nationally televised games. When the people hear the O, people go on Twitter and are just like, what the fuck is that? And they don't realize that we've been doing that in Baltimore for 50 plus years, probably. Yeah.
Did he say the same thing?
I don't know.
Did he say the same thing about the Caps?
Yeah, the Caps say red. Yeah, in Atlanta, they say, when they say home of the Brave, they all yell Braves, because they're Atlanta Braves. I think that's cool. I think it's unique to the city.
Yeah.
Home of the Chiefs.
Yeah. Look, I don't know. I did not see the article. I think it's probably just one journalist's opinion. It sounds fucking stupid to me.
People need something to bitch about, man. You ain't bitching, you ain't breathing. It's so fucking stupid. Just shut the hell up. Like, it's not like we're changing the actual language of the national anthem.
If anything, I would say people in Baltimore get more excited for the national anthem because of it. You know what I mean? Like when we hear the national anthem, we're like, okay, it's our time to shine here, guys.
And you know what? It was fucking written here. So go pound sand somewhere.
Yeah, go pound sand.
You're welcome. Yeah. You're welcome. Okay. Yeah. Francis Scott Key was sitting at the bottom of a ship underneath the Key Bridge.
Yeah.
They built it.
R.I.P. Bridge.
Well, little nobody really knows this, but that bridge was there when he was underneath it.
And people think that the national anthem was during the Revolutionary War. It was not, my friends. It was during the War of 1812.
Good year for wars.
Which led into it.
Speaking of wars.
Whoa, yeah. Look at this
transition. Look at this. We love Segway.
Yes.
Oh man.
Never fails.
Today's snake draft is war movies, military-based movies. We are excluding aliens from this conversation.
Yes.
We're excluding wars from this conversation. Basically, any other life form other than human war.
No.
So no Armageddon, no, no Independence Day.
Yeah.
We're not going to be fighting aliens here. And we're not doing Star Wars.
Star
we're doing
Wars, yeah.
war movies, kind of grounded in reality here, at least a little. And I'm sure Brooks is going to try to stretch the category as he always does. But we'll see. He's going to probably take the Expendables 4.
And I want to give a shout out to my buddy Dave Burton. He's the one who recommended this. Now it's a great topic because I know we've been tussling topics around a little bit, trying to struggle to find one.
Yeah,
so this is a good one here. I like this.
So we're gonna do war movies today. There's a lot of them.
They have to be a movie. So, like for example, Band of Brothers is a show, so you can't take it.
Yeah. Do we know the results of last week's draft, by the way?
No.
The rom-com draft?
Nope.
Didn't post it.
Didn't post it.
Oh no, we did.
No, you
post
posted.
it.
No, you did.
I posted the rom-com draft.
You did, man.
Hold on.
I made the post about how devastated I was that Sweet Home Alabama went to be it in the middle here.
And I just crushed your heart with that unintentionally.
Killed me.
Where is it? Right.
I mean, I had
Dusty won.
My team.
Dusty won?
Let's see. Dusty won. I was second. Brian third.
Okay.
That's rough.
It's all right.
All right.
We just have no taste. Our viewers have no taste. That's it. All right. So it's cool.
I'm gonna go first here because I think there's a clear 1-1.
Okay. And then there is a clear 1-1. And then who's going second?
I'm going third.
You going third?
Okay, so Brian, you're going second.
Yeah.
Which means I'm going first. And the best war movie of all time is Saving Private Ryan, and I don't think it's close. I will watch this movie no matter what, whenever it is on television. It's one of those TNT movies or AMC movies. If it's on, I'm fucking watching the whole thing. I don't care what scene it's on. I don't care if Dom Toretto is dying. I don't care if Paul Giamatti's yelling at somebody. I don't care if the guy who played Roger Maris is up in the tower shooting down with a sniper. I think his name's Barry Pepper.
His name is Barry Pepper. Yeah.
But yeah, I love this fucking movie. It's the best. I love when they make the sticky bombs with their socks. I love the little story Matt Damon tells about something that probably they wouldn't put in a movie now. But anyway, yeah, I love. I just think it's probably one of the best movies ever made. It's probably in my top 5.
It's probably the best opening scene. Now, I want to qualify here. I'm not happy that it's death all over the place, but it's just so realistic, and you're glued to the television for the first 30 minutes when they're storming the beach. It's incredible.
Yeah, that's gonna be my number 1, Saving Private Ryan. That's the clear 1-1. Brian, what's your second favorite war movie of all time? Because I got your favorite one.
That was my number 1. My second favorite one is Black Hawk Down.
Yeah, Tom Sizemore. Black Hawk Down, great answer. Fucking love that movie. Early 2000s, maybe late 90s.
Yeah, right around there.
Yeah. God, there's some newer ones that I'm looking at now that I've completely forgot about. Brooks, you get 2 in a row here.
Yeah,
do you have any thoughts on where you're going to go here?
Oh yeah, I mean I've already got him picked, and you guys missed the number 1 and number 2 overall.
Really?
Number 1's going to be Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah, good call.
Inglourious Bastards, number 1. That's the German 3. And Tropic Thunder on my wraparound.
You did it,
baby. Never told him about Tropic Thunder, man.
Don't know. You guys, no, Tropic Thunder was probably those are the two movies, and one other one, if it falls to me, are the movies that came to mind first when we talked about this draft.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I ripped
I
off.
can't argue with you there.
I ripped off 8 like right away, and then struggled with the other ones. But
Yeah.
Brian,
you get one here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Zero Dark 30.
Okay.
I just thought that was an amazing movie, and also I remember where I was when they killed Bin Laden. I remember exactly where I was sitting. I remember it was late night. I was living in Northern Virginia at the time.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's hard to argue, man.
I remember it was Zero Dark 30, and then like it was another one with like Zero or Dark in it that was also a movie that came out around the same time about killing Bin Laden as well.
Yeah.
And I can't remember the name of that one. And I just remember those two movies came out pretty close to each other, and I was like, this is like almost the same exact movie.
It's the same movie.
I'm gonna go Braveheart. Are we counting this as a war movie?
Yeah,
Or
it's a
Yeah.
war.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
war movie?
Oh,
It's
yeah,
absolutely a war movie.
And that's pretty cool. I didn't put Braveheart down. That's great. Well done.
I fucking love Braveheart. There's actually another Mel Gibson movie there's a couple more Mel Gibson movies that but I'm not going to yet because I'm going to take The Hurt Locker here. I fucking love that movie with Jeremy Renner. He's a bomb squad, like the bomb diffuser. There's a fucking like 20-minute long sequence where he goes to defuse a bomb. That's like one of the most intense things I've ever watched in a movie theater. I love that fucking movie. Maybe it is. I don't know. I like that fucking movie. I think it's good.
It's funny you bring that up because I actually think that the same director did Zero Dark 30 and The Hurt Locker.
I think they did.
I think you're right.
It's a female.
Jessica Chastain, right?
Well, that she's the actress.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
What's this girl's name?
And I'm not kidding you. The woman who did The Hurt Locker also did Point Break, which makes no sense whatsoever.
Catherine Bigelow.
Catherine Bigelow, yeah.
Jiggle.
All right, I'm up. Here we go.
You are up.
All righty. Look, I watched it a couple days ago. I'm going Top Gun. Sorry.
Damn it.
All right. I like that. Honestly, I did not think.
Which one? Which one?
Oh, the original. I want Val Kilmer in mine. I want Iceman. All right.
Don't get me wrong. I like both. I like both.
Both.
I mean,
dude, the new one's fucking awesome. I love it.
It's great.
You can make 2 or 3 movies out of the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just love that. And it has a great soundtrack, which is even better.
Oh,
I mean, it just amplifies everything.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
Ah.
All right, Brooks. What do you got for us here? You get 2 in a row.
Yeah, I had. I mean, I know. Yeah, I know where I'm going with my first one, but I had my second one and now I lost it. But for my first one, I'm going Forrest Gump.
Okay.
He's taking all the.
He's picking you off, dude.
He's taking all the interceptions. We threw it to him. I mean, he's just picking the ball off. I can't blame him for that.
Ed Reed over here.
I mean, you let him land in my lap. You can't let him do that. And then my other one, I gotta go with a Civil War movie. Give me The Patriot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was the other Mel Gibson movie that I was thinking of. The Patriot. So he gets Forrest Gump and The Patriot, and Brooks's squad here is looking.
Oh, it's stellar.
It's stellar.
Did we just say stellar at the same time? It's disgusting.
We did.
I hate it. All right. I'm up.
Yeah, you're up.
Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket's a great answer. Hard to argue with that. Okay, I'm gonna go a little off. Probably one you guys wouldn't expect. I'm gonna take an older movie starring Bill Murray and John Candy. I'm taking Stripes.
Stripes. Wow.
Awesome.
I haven't seen it. Also, your audio is poopy.
Your video is poopy. So whatever.
Well, maybe it's on my side then. That's true.
And I have one that is going to be controversial, but I'm going to try to take it. Okay.
Fire away.
Can I have Major Payne as a war movie?
Ah, yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, did they?
He didn't fight anybody.
They never went to war though. That was just boot camp, right?
It was.
I mean, I don't know. I just said I was going to try it. Look, you guys make a decision.
You know what? I'm going to go with Brooks and say no because he never actually fought anybody. The only person he fought is the guy who broke his leg and asked to give him his finger.
I mean, I love the choice. I really do. But
I
mean,
to try it, dude.
If there's no,
I wrote it down immediately.
If they're not actually fighting anybody in the movie, then I feel like I can't let it fly.
It's totally fair. Once again, I had to try it. It was just like there was no option other than me trying it.
That scene where the little kid comes in and goes, "There's a monster in my closet," and he goes and just shoots the closet, and he looks at the kid, and goes, "If he's in there, he ain't happy." Oh man, you got me giggling.
I haven't seen that movie in a while. I love that movie.
It's so fucking funny.
We used to watch. So you know what's funny about that movie? What reminds me of that movie? Or every time I hear it, my JV year, like my freshman year when I was playing JV at Calvert Hall, my JV coach, whenever we went on spring break at Calvert Hall, and I don't know if he did this when Dusty was there, but he did it for a couple of years while I was there with his teams. But my freshman year, he takes so none of us would get in trouble. He would take us during spring break before, like on the weekends before our weekend games. He took us to a IHOP or Waffle House. I forget which one.
Okay.
And right after that, we came back to the school and we watched Major Payne. And that's what it always reminds me of that for some reason, because it was just so random.
That's very random.
I mean, it's
such a Bengal. It's such a Bengal thing to do.
It is such a Bengal thing.
One of my college teammates went to that school. It's called the Miller School. It's in Virginia.
Huh.
Oh, I didn't know it was real.
Mm-hmm.
That was real.
I don't know if it's still there, but I mean, it's where he went. That's where it was filmed.
I'm proud
honestly,
of him.
I'm struggling with this last one. I'm between a couple of them. They're both newer movies. Honestly, I'm going to go with one that's probably not going to be super popular because I don't think a lot of people love this movie, but I love it because I saw it in theaters. I actually saw it with Sean Flanagan and I believe Drew Burton. Dunkirk. Christopher Nolan movie. Not a lot of dialogue in the movie, but really well shot and really like it. So I'm going to go with that. I wanted Major Payne, but you know.
Major Payne's great, man.
What is it? Promoted from turds to maggots.
So good.
All right, Brian, you get last one here. What do you got?
I'm going to go with American Sniper.
Okay.
Oh,
There's Kyle.
That was the one I couldn't think of. Like I had it that I couldn't remember last time on my wraparound. Damn it.
Yeah.
Man,
yeah, I'm jamming people up here. Last 2 weeks, jamming people up.
I'm in between two here, but I'm gonna go with this is a classic. One of the best. I mean, one of the hardest watches of all time. Schindler's List.
Schindler's List.
Yeah. It's hard to argue against that. That's
I was in between that.
Incredibly hard watch, but it's.
I was in between that and Fury.
Yeah.
So yeah, Fury was something I considered. The other one I was in between was Hacksaw Ridge.
Hacksaw Ridge. See, I didn't like that movie. Did you enjoy it?
I liked that movie a lot. You didn't like it?
Nah, I just didn't. It didn't hit a note. I liked Fury a lot, but I don't know.
I like the opening scene and not opening, but one of the opening scenes in Hacksaw Ridge with Mitz Vaughn is like the drill instructor.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I have seen stalks of corn with better physiques.
There are some heavy hitters that we left on the board here. I mean,
Platoon.
That's what Dell's going to kill us for not taking fucking Platoon. It's like a top 5.
Yeah,
and we didn't take it.
Red Dawn. I thought about Red Dawn The
Red
original
Dawn.
one, not the Josh Peck one, obviously. The 80s one.
Lone Survivor.
Yeah, I think that movie is just okay.
We Were Soldiers.
We Were Soldiers was on there. Last of the Mohicans.
Last Mohicans.
There's a lot of Mel Gibson.
I know.
The Imitation Game's a really good movie. That's not necessarily. It's kind of the behind the scenes of a war. It's the Benedict Cumberbatch. He plays the guy who.
Oh yeah. He's got like that weird device that kind of breaks codes or something.
He breaks he broke the German code and like saved a bunch of people via submarines, I believe.
I remember that.
I can't remember the movie. I've seen it so long ago, but
Jarhead.
Wow, I forgot about Jarhead. Holy shit!
I don't think I ever actually saw that.
That's
I know what's his name's
Gyllenhaal.
in it. Gyllenhaal's in it, but Enemy at the Gates. I don't think I've seen that one either.
Ooh, Mulan. Didn't think about Mulan. Legends of the Fall. Didn't think about that.
Crimson
Pearl Harbor.
Tide.
Don't even. Why?
Don't. Whoever says Pearl Harbor,
I just literally clicked off of the thing because Pearl Harbor was on the website. That movie sucks.
That sucked. That movie sucked ass.
And you know what's hilarious? Team America World Police, which I guess we probably could have taken for this, makes fun of Pearl Harbor. There's a 4-minute long song about how Pearl Harbor sucks and how Cuba Gooding Jr. was better in the movie than Ben Affleck. And it just stops. They pause the movie to talk about how Pearl Harbor was so bad.
Now, obviously, we took aliens out of this. When someone said when Mars attacks,
I love that. Yeah, when Mars attacks. What about Eight-Legged Freaks? They were at war with those
Eight-Legged Freaks. Yeah. What's it? Stormtroopers, whatever it's called, or
Starship Troopers.
Starship Troopers.
That movie was awful.
I love that movie.
I love Starship
really?
Troopers.
But I mean, it's not one of those movies that holds up. But like when we saw that back in the day, I loved that movie when we saw it. But like you go watch it back, it's not good.
Yeah.
Besides, someone brought up 1917. I didn't take because I've never seen it. Was that a good movie? I mean,
I didn't see
I don't
it.
know that I've heard of that. No.
Apocalypse Now was another one. I've never seen that one either, but I was figured I'd throw it out there.
That's a classic. That's a little before my time. I've seen it, but it's just like it hasn't aged it quite as well, in my opinion. I
wanted to say Gettysburg, but I didn't enjoy it
on the Western Front. Gettysburg. War Horse. I mean, there's a lot. Glory. I forgot about Glory.
Glory's good.
Yeah, that's a good movie. We watched that in college for some class.
But we still got to do some golf before we get out of here, Dusty. And
We got to do golf.
We got to do Dusty's bets for the week.
Yes.
So let's just go over the golf tournament itself before you start the parlay. Who's favored? And then it's at Quail Hollow.
Quail Hollow. It's in Charlotte, North Carolina. So the last time they held the PGA there was in 2017. It was Justin Thomas's first major victory. Patrick Reed came in second in that tournament. So, by the way, Patrick Reed, who has basically been a non-factor for the last couple of years in major tournaments other than the Masters, this is a tournament where it kind of plays similarly to that course where you can get around and kind of use your short game. But this is kind of a bomber's paradise here. So
what does that mean? Heavy hitters?
Yeah, the guys who hit it the farthest have a distinct advantage on this golf course. This is why Rory has won at this course 4 times because he's the best driver of the golf ball in the world. And, the best guys, Bryson DeChambeau is going to have a really good chance this week to win. Justin Thomas is going to have a really good chance this week to win. I would think Ludwig Aberg would have a good chance to win, but he hasn't been very good since the Masters when he kind of fell off a cliff in that last hole. But yeah, I think this is kind of a week where you avoid the shorter kind of shorter hitting kind of finesse guys like Colin Morikawa's of the world. Probably not the tournament that he's going to be winning, just based on the course setup. But anyway, Quail Hollow.
DeChambeau is going to be up there.
Yeah, DeChambeau. So the top couple of guys odds wise, Scheffler is plus 425, Rory's plus 500, Bryson's plus 950, and then it's a big jump to John Rahm at the 4th spot at 18-1. I don't understand why John Rahm is above Justin Thomas and Xander Schauffele. Schauffele won the PGA tournament or PGA championship last year. He came in 2nd at Quail Hollow each of the last 2 years. So he's good on this golf course. And he had a top 10 last week in Philadelphia. So that's a guy who's in good form, who's defending the PGA championship, who plays well at this course. These are the kind of guys that we like to see. And also Xander Schauffele, 22-1. You're not going to really see Xander Schauffele at those high numbers very often. So I think that's probably a bet that I'd lean. At least, if you want to put him in like a top 10 or top 20, he's always going to be around the hoop here. Cantlay a little bit further down the board, had a really good week last week and always plays well at this course as well. 45-1, a little bit down the board. Tommy Fleetwood, who's got 3 straight top 15s, 45-1 as well. He could be a pretty good flyer down the board. But I like Keith Mitchell. He's played incredibly well this year. Do you know who Keith Mitchell is?
Is he in Oakland A?
In Keith Mitchell's last 5 starts on tour, he has been either 1st or 2nd after the 1st round in all 5 of them. He just goes low on Thursday, and then he can't really keep it going. But last week he kept it going and finished in the top 5. So
he's a middle reliever.
I'm banking on it. He's 130-1. He's a flyer. Put him in your top 20 bets. I think he could be a good top 20 bet. I don't understand. I understand why Denny McCarthy's 160-1 based on the fact that I just said that this is kind of a bomber's paradise. But 160-1, shoo, that's high for a guy who finishes or plays really well here. So yeah.
Shoo! I've never heard shoo in a while.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, yeah, it's going to be a couple of guys near the top. I think. I think this is going to be a true test. I mean, if you gunned ahead, I'm thinking that like Scheffler and Rory are 100% finishing in the top 10 of this golf tournament. I don't know if either of them are going to win. I think Xander Schauffele is going to finish very highly in this tournament. I think Justin Thomas is going to finish very highly in this tournament. And Jordan Spieth 50-1 to complete the career Grand Slam after having a couple of really good weeks in a row. I mean, it's Jordan Spieth. I know he hasn't played great golf recently. I mean, like just in the last couple of years, major championship wise, but I mean, he's still one of the most talented guys out there. He
is so hot or cold. I mean, it is night day. 100%. And look, I know golf's a very fickle sport. I understand it, but Spieth, takes the cake when he's either missing the cut massively or he's in the top 5.
All right, we lost Brooks. One thing I do want to note, though, Scotty Scheffler's never played stroke play. He's never played in competition at Quail Hollow. He's played a ton of tournaments, but for whatever reason, this tournament usually falls on the calendar weird for him, where he plays a lot of these tournaments in Texas because that's where he's from. And he has a lot of sponsorships there. So he doesn't necessarily ever play this tournament. The only time he's ever played it in like a professional setting was in the President's Cup when they had the President's Cup there. Yeah. I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
Well,
but yeah, so he doesn't have a lot of experience on the course. So betting him at 4-1 odds to win the golf tournament, it's tough.
Yeah, it's tough.
I don't know if I really like that. But I mean, the last tournament he played and he won by 8 shots. So, it's tough trying to bet against him. But
do you have a parlay that you like or no?
Yeah. So what my parlay is going to be here is going to be it's going to be Rory and Xander Schauffele in the top 10, and that's going to pay plus 327. I know it's kind of like a lame, it's a 2-leg guy, but when you get into golf, it's so random. It's hard to hit these big long parlay odds. I gave you guys Harris English last week at 2-1 to finish in the top 20. He almost got a top 10. He was there all week. I like Harris English a lot this week too. He plays really well in these major championships. By the way, 9-1 to finish in the top 10 this week for Harris English. I like those odds. I mean, he's not going to win, but he's always around the hoop. And you can make a lot of money betting golf that way. So
I mean, I think that's probably your best your best calls are these guys who finish in the top 10s.
Yeah,
you do a great job.
Top 20s.
Yeah.
What I will say, and I said it on the pod last time, Just make sure if you're going to bet that, make sure you're betting including ties. Because I had a bet earlier this year where Daniel Berger finished tied for 20th, and I got completely screwed on it because I had him in the top 20 and he was top 20, and I didn't bet including ties. The odds are just a smidge worse, but it's so much worse. It's so much worse. It's so much better. It's like buying the hook almost.
Okay, all right.
It's just worth it 90% of the time, especially if you're doing a parlay.
Gotcha.
So yeah. That's a shame. Is dropping my cup and cracking the lid, Joe. That is a shame. Sorry, buddy.
It's a rough day.
It's a rough day. But yeah, anyway, Rory and Xander both to finish in the top 10 of this tournament is plus 325, plus 327. And if you're on DraftKings, they are offering a boost. So you can get a 25% boost on that, and that'll take it up to over plus 400. So, I think those are two of the best golfers on the planet. Obviously, they play really well at this course in particular. So it just makes a lot of sense for me.
Sure.
Cool. Yeah. Who do you guys have any thoughts on golf and PGA, anything like that?
Well, I mean, I really didn't know the course that well, so I can't. I always defer to you with this knowledge, because I didn't know it was a heavy hitter course.
Yeah.
But I still just think Tommy Fleetwood he's going to win a major this year. I have the feeling he's going to win a fucking major this year.
Tommy Fleetwood, by the way, last week in Philly, and this is per Justin Ray. I heard this on the Fairway Rolling Golf podcast earlier this week. Tommy Fleetwood got his 40th PGA Tour top 10 last week. It is the most by any player in the history of golf that has never won a golf tournament on American soil.
On American soil.
He has finished in the top 10 40 fucking times, and he's never won. It is unbelievable the amount of the consistency of this guy's golf game. And he just, at some point he's just gonna fall across the finish line, right?
You have to, right? I mean, as you like to say, is your term, you always around the hoop. Sooner or later, you dunk the ball. You know? So it's got to happen.
It's just crazy. And this, honestly, this course in particular for him sets up really well. And the course that the U.S. Open is at, Oakmont, which is one of the most famous courses in the world. A very recognizable course with those Church Pew fairway bunkers on the left-hand side.
I've played it.
You've played Oakmont?
Yeah.
How fucking hard was that?
Let's just say there was a lot of cussing going on during the round. But it's absolutely gorgeous. It's up near Pittsburgh. Fraternity brother of mine, his father's lawyer and lives near the course. So, but that's a beautiful course. I mean, those Church View bunkers are absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Look, I mean, it's hard to say Tommy Fleetwood was going to get his first win in a major because you probably think he'd want to win a smaller tournament first. But this is a guy who's definitely got the talent to compete with all these guys, 100%, and he's proven that over the course of the last 5-10 years.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a shocker one day when he finally wins. We also have Brooks Koepka, who's been kind of quiet, but has fucking destroyed the PGA Championship over the course of his career. And I know this is going to sound crazy, but Phil Mickelson has the most top 10s at Quail Hollow of any player in the history of the PGA Tour. Just letting you know.
I knew you were going to do that.
He's 300-1. Just saying. He's got the most top 10s of any player in the history of the course.
We're both left-handed golfers. I get it, but
I'm just saying.
No chance.
I'm just saying he's plus like 400 just to make the cut. I mean, bet him to make the cut.
Oh, you do that.
Put him in a parlay to make the cut.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
But anyway, can't believe you guys didn't give me Major Pain. It's clearly
shut up.
It's clearly a war movie.
You're still salty about fucking Major Pain.
I'm just gonna put it on the graphic.
Is it? I don't even know if it was boot camp. It was probably just ROTC.
No, it was ROTC, yeah. It was
clearly not a war movie. I just really thought you guys were going to give it to me.
Just because they're wearing fatigues doesn't mean it's a war movie.
I mean, it's one of the defining movies of my childhood. I had to try. Anyway, yeah, that's Dusty's golf picks this week. Stick heavy on the heavy hitters here. Go with the guys who are going to drive the ball a lot. If you like Bryson, he just won on the Lib Tour, I believe, last week too.
Mm.
So he's he would be a good guy if you wanted to throw a third leg into this parlay. I think he's probably going to finish once again, going to be in that top 20 range. So
hey, everyone's on the Rory bandwagon right now, which I understand winning the Masters, but it's just
he gets the monkey off his back at the Masters. He finishes top 10 last week in kind of a casual finish. He didn't really play all that great, but he still finished in the top 10, and he's going to a course where he's won a lot. So I understand why Rory's getting all the hype. And I mean, this is a guy, even if he has a bad Sunday, which we've seen him have plenty of times, he's still probably going to finish in the top 10, especially at this course. He plays really well. So, anything else you guys want to talk about before we send us home here?
No, happy birthday, Kaylin. I just texted your wife, Brooks, and said happy birthday to her. So
I'm going to call her after this pod finishes up.
Yeah, you guys have a good launch, buddy.
Yeah, man. Forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, podcast keeps growing, guys. So let's keep the ball rolling. Keep telling your friends, for the listeners out there, to check out a bunch of doofuses talk about who got God knows what.
Stupid shit, man.
And Dusty, make the graphic for your bets, or at least take some screenshots and post them, so guys can. Okay. So I know some people do want to ride with some of your bets, so
I'll
at least
post,
get something up so they can try to ride with you.
I'll post some screenshots of the bets I put in for this week, and I'll post some proof screenshots of some wins that I've had in the past, so you guys can just so you guys know.
I know Brooks is driving, and I know we got to shut this down pretty soon. But I did see all the international games came out for the schedule release for the NFL. Luckily, the Ravens are not part of any of those. But I did see the Vikings are playing back-to-back international games.
Oh, that's bullshit.
One in
did somebody do that last year?
Jacksonville did it last year.
The Jags. I think what they're trying to do, the NFL is trying to make like a team associated with a country, or at least a city. Like Jacksonville is basically London. I think like the Chiefs somehow have a following in like Brazil, which makes I don't really understand that. But yeah, I know the Vikings are playing 2 games back to back internationally. The Packers and the Eagles and Packers. This is great, by the way, by the NFL. They're making a Monday Night Football game because the Packers tried to sell out the Eagles about the tush push, and they're making them play Monday Night Football.
How about that Eagles-Cowboys season opener, too?
That's going to draw a big number. See, I don't understand that one, because that's going to draw a big number anyway, because people love or hate the Cowboys, so it always draws. So I don't really understand that one. I mean,
it's past Super Bowl champion. It's the biggest market team in the league. I get it. You're right, though. In week 4, that's going to draw anyway. You know what I mean? You don't need that to be the big spotlight game.
You don't need that to be the first game of the season. You do the Eagles-Lions. That's what I thought would actually be a better game.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, that has been our Tuesday edition of the Gary Williams Stole My Lawn Furniture Show. Happy birthday to my sister-in-law, Caitlin.
Get your butts down a little to light up Little Italy on this Friday and Saturday. This Saturday, please get your butts down there. Come hang out, have a good time. I'll be down there slinging drinks. All money that's tipped to me goes directly back into the foundation for Mo Gabba and for Special Olympics. And my buddy Russ and his son Antonio and Miss Deb, they're doing a great job promoting all this stuff. We're posting on social media. So get your butt down there this Saturday, please. And hopefully the weather cooperates. That's the biggest thing we got to worry about.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like it's going to be shitty there.
Yeah, it's going to be a shitty week in Maryland weather-wise. But, we're going to get through it. We need a little bit of rain every now and then. Never hurt anybody.
So it was a rainbow at the end, baby.
Always.
Yeah. See you guys Thursday. Say bye,
Yeah.
Dempsey.
See you on Thursday.
Hey,
Bye,
Dempsey.
Dempsey. Bye, Dempsey.
And back to sleep. This goes right back to
Yeah.
All right.
the Denver. See you guys. Love you.
See you, boys.
See you guys.